Superpowers? I know, you've watched too many movies. Catwoman, Elastigirl, Wonder Woman. You think their life is easy. Well, real life is not like the movies. Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, judges, and honored guests. I have a confession to make. I have superpowers. But I still have my share of problems, like dating. My superpowers were discovered when I was a young girl on the soccer field. My opponents double-teamed me. They were twice my size. I didn't know what to do, so I screamed. The scream turned to a yell. The yell turned to a blast, and that blast knocked those players on their backs. I kicked the ball over their bodies and into the net for the winning point. That's when I became Sonic Boom Girl! From that moment on, my powers have come in handy. Care for a smoothie? I scream at a fruit salad. Need to repave the driveway? My husband loves that I can turn any object to stone by finding the right frequency. Tired of being stuck in traffic? My siren voice clears the road quickly and easily. And my children always hear when I cheer for them on the soccer field. I most needed my sonic boom powers when I was single and dated. That's when I had my first and last date with Peter. He was my worst date ever. Like most horrible dates, the guy was like, did I call or text him? No. Peter, where are you? He got the message, and he was on my doorstep lickety-split. I suspected I wasn't the only one on this date with superpowers. My fears were confirmed when he wanted to race to the car. Before I could move a muscle, he was at the curb. Until I said, "Ahoo!" and he was flat on his back. I tiptoed past him and touched the car first. Sonic Boom Girl 1, Speedy Petey 0. The next contest was after the bill came, after our expensive dinner. Peter looked through all of his pockets for his wallet and came up empty. Did he run home to get it like any normal guy with superhuman speed would do? No. Speedy Petey ran away. He was so fast the waiter didn't even see him go. So with a full stomach and an honest heart, I was stuck with the bill. No problem for Sonic Boom Girl. I scream at a lump of coal and have a fistful of diamonds. Plenty to cover my worries. I was on my way home when who should appear but Speedy Petey. Go away, bozo! I yelled. Shot him 2 blocks away. He ran back 4 times faster. Please, I want to make it up to you. Now, I do have a soft spot in my heart for people with superpowers. Plus, he had 2 tickets to Phantom of the Opera in Sonic Boom Surround Sound. How could I resist? But halfway through the date, I started to realize Speedy Petey was trying to put the moves on me. He was too fast, I couldn't even catch him. I had enough of this guy and all of his tricks. I excused myself to the ladies' room and ran outside to hail a taxi. Every cab within 5 miles came to my rescue. But Speedy Petey was hot on my trail. I entered the cab as he approached me, and I slammed the door on his hand. His hand plopped down on the seat next to me. We took off anyway. Peter ran beside the car with ease, and a new hand was growing in its place. That's when I realized I was up against more than one superpower here. This was Speedy Regenerating Petey. I had to take matters into my own hands and voice. I stopped the driver and I got out. I had to stoop to treachery. I took Peter in a fake embrace while I found the right frequency to turn him to stone. And I had to start with his head, because his lips were headed towards mine with the slimiest kiss on his mind. It worked. As I held his stone head in my hand, Peter caught wind of his predicament, and his body ran the other way. I could just make out a new head growing in its place, but Peter never bothered me again. I kept this souvenir to remind me next time some bozo asked me out, I would use my voice and say, no.